So these are the pages. You are going to want to score these. And these ones on this particular one are blank. You're going to need to score those and fold them. And there's 4 of those, so there's 4 pages. Oops. Helps if you do the right spot. I'm trying to hurry because I don't want to. Okay, so you get the
when
idea.
you're putting the pages together, you can use, I use Goggle glue. This is a paper glue, so it doesn't affect the paper when you're, it doesn't, you know, get the paper all gross. It's actually from the UK, so you have to order it from eBay or another company, but I like it. Quick dry is good too, but you can use your ATG, or you can use, oops, this dries pretty fast, or you can use red line, whatever you want to use. But see, you just glue those flaps inside for the pages. And so I just use this because it's quick and easy, and this is really good glue. I especially ordered this glue for that reason. So there's all my pages cut out and glued together, and that's how they look. They'll have a little piece there for the, these are actually going to fit, once the pages are in, these are actually going to go into your pages like such. Okay, so I didn't cut all of these. What do they do over there? Out yet. I hope I'm doing this one right, because each one is a little bit different, and the one I did is a little bit different than this. But they basically are all the same. I'm not going to go through putting this portion on your dominoes. I'm not going to go through all that, but I'll tell you and show you, I'm sure. If you have any questions or there's something that you don't understand. So don't glue these ones together. You don't want to do that. The flowered ones, don't glue those. You should have 8 of those, 4 pages, your spine, which you've got to score also. Spine cover. This is your spine cover. Oops. And so I just follow the lines along. I'm sorry, I didn't see if you guys were, I was in frame. Follow the line, as well as these lines here. This one I usually do that, and then that way I can. And then this part right here, if you want to have this part, this is this part here. It's going to be holding this part. So if you want this, I actually took an extra piece of this and put it on my spine. But if you want, oh, I'm losing everything. If you want, you can use a piece of pattern paper on this. So that's what I'm thinking of doing, is putting a piece of pattern paper on that. And this part is going to fold in once you get your spine put together, which is here, and I cut it all crooked. So you're going to want to score these for sure, because that's how you're going to make your spine.
So I've zoomed you in so that you can see this spine and see all the lines. Hopefully you can see all these lines. See all these lines on here? There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lines. On the two ends, you're going to have the two ends which you're going to attach. And then let me grab a pencil here so I can mark this so I can show your pen. So you have a line here. I'm just going to mark it so you guys can see. So you have a line here, 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 here. So you have all those lines that a quarter space in between these other spaces. Can you see that? So this here, this center line here, as you can see the two smaller ones on the side, this is going to be where your pages are going to go. Here, 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 and here. There's 4 of them. Four places for your pages. Just going to draw these real quick so that you can see where your pages are going to go. So there's all the lines. Oh, that one didn't draw. There's all your lines. There's all your lines. So I already scored. So you're going to bend them up. They're going to be like little mountains like that. Sorry, can you see that? Maybe not. I'm not sure. Let me zoom back out a little bit. So you're going to have little mountains like that. And you need to have 4 of those. So you need to crease those. I usually do those first just so I know I have my correct spot for my 4 pages. And then the other ones will just, because you're going to attach those, see? So once you've done that, that's when you need your tape. You need your red line tape or your score tape. I use my score tape. And you really only need 1 on each side of those little mountains, so that you can attach those. You're going to need, so go ahead and remove those. I don't have my, and then you're just going to glue those 2 ends together. So there's, see, there's 1. You'll recognize them because they're bigger than the other ones. The first time I made my first one, I did it totally wrong, and it was not. It was all out of whack. But it's really fun. These are really fun to do. So see, there's where your 4 pages are going to go. Here's your pages. Your pages are going to, oh, forgot to tell you. Before you do that, just slice an angle out of those so your pages can fit in. I always cut just an even angle to the end. And that way your page fits in real easy. Just like that. And this is going to attach to your other part. Your front cover and your back cover. And you also need to score these.
And mine is not cut correct, so of course I'm going to have a little bit of a hard time scoring it. I just match it up that way. And then I score down. So that's right. Yeah, that's right. And then this way, which mine is not cut correctly, so it's not gonna. Oops. There we go. And then that way you can fold those in. That's your front cover. That's where your dominoes are going to go. And then see, I have a little bit extra here, so I'm just going to take that off. So that you need to attach down as well. I usually use glue, but just for quickness, I'm going to use this score tape. I want to varnish those down a little bit. Just so it makes it easier to get those up. Oh, I did that backwards. I put the tape on the wrong side. See? Don't be in a hurry like me. And so, no, don't do that. Don't do that. So I'm just going to put this here because it's sticky. I'm going to fix that later. I'll just make another one. Put your score tape on this side. The inside, not on the outside, not on the inside. Sorry. Sorry, am I in frame? Okay. So see, don't make that mistake. I made a lot of mistakes making these, and I was glad. So I could do better and also tell you before you make the mistakes. That one I didn't make. That's a new one, but there you go. It's no biggie because I usually have my pick right there. Let's see, then you attach that, and then you have that little opening, and that's going to attach to your spine, like so. Okay, where's my little spine cover? So there's my spine cover. There's my spine. And I just need to line it up and attach that. Okay, so I had an extra couple of pieces of this, which I printed up. So I just placed it on the back of there. You can see my little line where I added one on top of the other, and that's okay because I'm going to cover that up anyways. So you can put pattern paper on there, or plain paper like she put pink on hers, and then you see I put matching on mine. So I was just spinning my spine and putting my tape on the back here. And you can put your tape on before, or like me, you can put it on after. I mean, some people would say, oh, you need to put that on before, but for me, it really doesn't matter whether you put it on before or after. It might seem easier to you to put it on beforehand, before you attach the two sides so that they're, but you need to put score tape on each one of those squares there. Each one, so that your in between the pages will adhere down really good. Did I miss something here? I missed this one. Yeah, I gotta be able to get the score tape up. And if you varnish it down first, it's not that hard, but, and I thought I did. There we go. Quick trying to make the video not too long and carry on. Okay, so there's that. Whoops. Put those flaps down. Match up my sides as best I can. If it's a little crooked, it's going to be a little crooked. But there we go. And then you want to make sure you get all those down. And there's your binding right there. Binding! Yes. And then you need to get your pages. No, you don't need to get your pages. You need to get your covers. And make sure that it's correct the way that you want it, because you don't want it to be upside down. And that one's kind of quirky. Because this is what you're gonna put your dominoes down on. It's that one. I think that's the front cover. Yeah, because I did the front cover. That's the back cover. So I think that's correct. Yes. For me, the way I attach my covers is I just simply, I think it's easier than putting score tape on there. I just put the glue on there. Make sure I have it in the right spot where it can bend. And let it dry. And this is the back, which I have not scored. For filming purposes, I'm just going to glue that on down. That's the back cover. Did I put it upside down? No, I don't think I did. Either way, it doesn't matter. The flowers can be either way. Let's see if I didn't glue good. I mean, really, it's up to you how you want it to be. Okay, so there you've got your cover, front and back. This is where you're going to place your dominoes. I would place your dominoes on here before you put the covers on. But for you guys, I'm just doing this. I'm not going to put the dominoes together. So I'm assembling. Come on. And I don't want, that would take a lot of extra time. And I just want to show you the basics, because a lot of it's going to be up to you on how you want to do it. But I mean, this is basically how they're putting it together. And this video is also for those who choose to purchase Donna's files, digital files, and they don't do mini albums, or they are not familiar with all of that. They can watch this video once they download her files and see basically how the basics are of putting it together. Of course, I don't have my pages down there very good. That seems to be the easiest way for me to do it, is just to glue it like that. If you don't have some type of, I think 3-in-1 glue would work good too, or Fabric-Tac.
would work good for this too. I use both of those glues too. So there's your pages in your binding. Hey, not fully glued because they have to dry. There's your pages. There's your binding. And then these are your other parts. Now for this, you're going to want to glue these sides together. It makes them a little more sturdier. So once you've got all these pieces glued together, these are your little flaps. Those you need to glue together. You'll want to glue, if you're going to glue them, unless you're going to cut them apart and use them separately, you're going to want to glue your tags. I like it because it makes them a little bit more sturdier. And I love these ones. Aren't they cool the way she has them cut out? They're different. So those will go in. Those will go in like that. Okay, so those are all glued together. Why I'm working on my doing my thing, I don't know. So here, before I showed you, you can use these as outside covers if you don't want to do the dominoes. And these are going to be your inside covers. Now, before you go any further, actually before I put these on, I should have done this. Before you go any further, if you're going to distress your edges, now would be the time to distress your edges. I like to distress my edges because I could just cut this little piece off here. See this white? Just because it covers up those white spots, plus it gives it a little bit more oomph. So you cover up the white spots, and you also give it a little bit of character there. So I should have did that on all of this before, but you know what? It's not even a worry. Should have done that on all of this. But that's me. And see, I should have put some right there. That's okay, because I can always... That's the nature of my crafting when I'm doing it, usually. Okay, so these you won't need to distress because they have black unless you have a little white showing that you need to cut off. So then, of course, you would need to cut off your white part, or you can just use a marker. So this is where this portion goes. See these little flaps? These ones are going to fit in to here if you cut them correctly. Not, you just trim it a little bit, and then there's your pieces, one there and one here, and you're going to actually glue those down because you need to glue them down. Glue them inside. I'll show you in a second. You need to glue them down because in here is where your tags are going to go in. So there's your pages there. Again, put one on one side, oops, and one on the other side. And once again, if you don't cut these just right, you can always trim them down. And really, the rest is up to you. You can put, oops, did that one backwards. You can put pattern paper, or you can leave them blank, or make more copies of this paper. That's what I did on mine. Is I just made some extra copies because you can. It's your file to put on the inside. they would stay in there if I glued them or put score tape on them. Since I didn't, they're gonna fall out. So there's your pages, and they're gonna open up like this. You can put pictures or journal spots, however you want to work it. And then you're just going to attach your inside pages, and you're done. If you've already done the dominoes, you're done. All you got to do is put your little tags in there, and these don't go like that, they go like that. Super cute and fun. I love these dominoes books. Thank you, Donna, so much for creating. She is so super creative. I am going to have some more things to share with you guys that you can make from her store as well. She has lots of different things that you can make. So there you go. There it is. So I will be back. This tutorial is for you, Donna. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.